What's up, everybody? Welcome to the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's #1 urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, where we broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. But YouTube acting crazy, man. It just popped up and gave me some message. I wish I could have took a picture of it. Damn, I wish I could have took a picture of it. Let's see. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure. Yeah, it pops on and pops off. Yeah, but I ain't gonna argue with him. I can't wait about it. I can't wait about it. I see you out there. I see you out there. Swimming Rock Wednesday, but it's just so much fun, man. It's so unique, and I just hate, and I wish I can figure this thing out. Over here, I'm waiting on them to redo some wires and stuff where I'm at. So for the Facebook people, but Facebook, I got something for you, man. Just come over to YouTube. We over there. Matter of fact, I'm sharing it right now. Let's go. Let's see. Facebook, I went to you. Okay. Man, we over here. This where we at. We off that. Y'all hear that thing? Okay, let me go. Let me hold on. Let me go. Hold on. Well, hold on. Let me go to let me go over here again to my Facebook page. Where? Okay, there you go. And go to Chop Shop, and let's let them know that's where I'm at. And we're gonna get this thing to smoking. We're gonna get this thing to roll. Oop, not wrong button. I'll send it anyway. Wrong button. But I'll go back and wrong button. Going too fast. Slow down, Rob. Okay. Letting them know where we at. Let them know where we at. Before I see you out there, Darrell Anderson. I see you. I see you, buddy. I see you. I see you. But I'm letting them know where we at. Now let me. I went to Twitter. Let Twitter know where we at. Oh, Paul. What's up, Paul? Miranda. What's the word, Paul? I got some. You know it, Paul. You know I got something for you. Paul, they called me yesterday. Paul, you got to go get the show. Yeah, they called me about that show yesterday. I said, you know, y'all be bringing stuff out of me, Paul. Y'all be bringing stuff out of me, man. I just be trying. I just be trying to come on and just, just do my thing and just I don't know what I'm gonna actually just talk about. I'm serious. I don't know. I'm just this. I saw that. I wonder if I'm gonna talk about it or not. It was kind of weird. There's a mover who they relocating a Mellow Ball to Minnesota, right? And they video, and I don't think this is right. They videoing his crib. It's weird as hell, man. I mean, it's kind of weird, but it's like it's a condo. It's like it's not a house. And matter of fact, he being sued because he got two of them, and it's just some stuff. But I think it's a lot of stuff going on with the apartment. You know, I'm gonna go copy it and let y'all see it. It's kind of weird. You know, since they put it up there. I don't know if this news or not, but you just come in these folks' place and just do all this crazy stuff to it. And I just don't understand. That's why people don't be wanting people to rent their spots. Hold up. Mellow crib. And because they got some crazy music playing, I got to cut that music off quickly. Hold on a second, y'all. You know I like to share with y'all stuff. So let's see how quick I can turn that music down. Watch this. Let's see how quick I can get to it.
Hold on. This beat came from for real. First of all, I am not a
I mean, they done painted all this stuff. This is a condo, man. Oh. I'm just trying to see now. Got some weird taste on him. I mean, where do you sit at? I mean, I don't know. I mean, somebody just sent that to me. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to take y'all there. But what they be doing with these people's places? It's gonna be some problems, you know, when it's gonna be a few problems, you know, when it's time to, you know, to move. No, Rod Wells ain't there. We talked about the game last night. Oh, Screwball was pitching last night. Thaddeus Moody had mentioned something about that. He said, which one of Ball's kids named the newborn? That's Mello. This is the same guy I'm talking about. Let's see. I'm trying to see. Okay, who was that? He said, "Women Rock wins." Yes, Women Rock wins. There's some women in there somewhere. I bet they hiding in the background. Let me know when you get there. Ladies, let us know when you get there. You know who my woman rocked today? I got a lot of them, but y'all know who I've always liked secretly. I like Rihanna. Come on, rude boy, can you get it up? She had me from there. Whenever that came out, Paul, when did that come out? You're a DJ. Whenever that movie came out, whenever that thing came out, did I share? Hold up, y'all. I forgot. Let me see. Did I share anything? Let me see. Did I share what I was supposed to? Hold up. Let me make sure. You know, I like to share. Let's share. Yeah, let's share. Hold on. I like to get it right. Oh, y'all hear that? You hear me sharing? Let me share it to you, for you. But y'all, come on, rude boy. I like her. And I remember O5 came on the show one day and said A$AP Rocky was world renowned. I know Thaddeus Moody remembered. I know Eric probably remembered. And I just didn't think he was world renowned, but I'm liking him a lot better. But world renowned, I just, I'm sorry. I didn't buy into the world renowned. But I'm liking him a little better now. I'm liking him. I like A$AP Rocky. But that is Moody. When did it come out? Come on, rude boy, can you get it? No, boy, I love that little girl. Yes, I did. I mean, every time it came on, but I you know how I am. If I do something, if I if I when I know better, I do better. That man keep putting Earl up there. Earl, what is Earl? What is Earl? What is Earl? Oh, 2010? Wow. Damn, I've been liking her for a long time. Damn, 16 years. Wow. But I have to, I have to give, I called Fob this morning and I said, I didn't agree with your world-renowned situation about him, but I like this kid. Share the show, everybody. ASAP Rocky, I'm kind of liking him. They're doing interviews with him right now. It's the whole full interview gonna be and and I'm kind of liking him. Bad, not world renownedly, but I'm liking him. So I text Fob and told if I mess up, oh, it's okay. And I be trying to be an example to some of y'all, because some of y'all, y'all can mess up and you don't care. Hold on. Y'all can mess up and it don't matter. But hold on. Oops. Hold up, they got me. All right, there you go. I mean, Jay Jackson. I texted him this morning. I said, see, but some of these people like hip hop. I'm not a hip hop fan. Okay, it's a lot of stuff I don't know. So I said, hey man, ASAP Rock is building his renowned status with me. Not world yet, but I'm feeling him a little bit better thanks to you. Because I wouldn't have never. If he hadn't challenged me on it, I wouldn't have never. So he was laughing. He said he laughing. He said, I said, you got me looking at him. You got me watching him. And he asked me, did I see some, he did the graphic guy on IG. I didn't see that because I don't follow him like that. I said, no, I didn't. I said, then I asked a question. Cause I ain't never seen none of his songs. I just be seeing him with Rihanna and around, so I ain't never heard no songs. I don't know nothing that he done sung, I just don't. But I'm liking him on his interviews. I liked him in the movie with Denzel Washington. He wasn't in there but a hot second, but I liked him. And but I asked, what talent does he have? And he said he has a very creative talent. I said, what talent does he have? And he said he has a very creative talent. What was the talent? Jay, y'all humor me for a minute, because y'all help me, because y'all got to help me, because I don't know. When I know better, I do better. I asked, what talent does he have? Because I want to know what he's known for. And then he explained something on one. It was a group of guys. They was a lot of creatives, and they called everybody was ASAP's him, ASAP's Rocky, ASAP Ferg, ASAP Rail, ASAP. And one of them, and then some of them dudes tried to send him to prison. His ASAP guys, right? Tried to send him straight to that penitentiary. And then I remember when the verdict, he was not guilty. He jumped over the not the wall, the petition, and grabbed Rihanna and hugged her, because he said she stuck with him. And we're gonna talk about that. Y'all, sometimes y'all gotta understand, we're in the barbershop. We're talking about stuff. Hold up. Let me see. Before I get there, let me see if anything in sports that y'all want. Hold up. If anything y'all want to talk about, put it up there. Anything because I'm gonna get to some stuff, but I'm just me. Let me see. Let me see, did anything happen on here? Let me see. Let's see. Nothing great. Nothing great. Ex-fiance, poor child. Who is this? Luca. Luca, ex-fiance, withdraws child support petition. Luca got baby mamas around there. I didn't know. Come on, Luke. Where was I at? What was I at? Oh, I was talking about ASAP, right? And y'all help me now. Don't sit up and just look at me. Robert, what are you talking about? But I just thought about what one of the things I want to talk to y'all about is, all right, I listen to y'all's opinions. And it's okay. I listen to y'all's opinions. Is everybody here? I guess I know it's Women Rock Wednesday, but I sit here and watch the kid, the young man, and what notes I wrote about him. In his he has a Canadian bourbon whiskey named Merchant Prince that is being advertised through our transit system. See, I didn't know that. Thank you. Share the show, everybody, right quick. She said, but I like when the guy was interviewing him, he said, man, her success is never my demise. Pushes back on that he's a kept man narrative because Rihanna is worth about $1.4 billion. He said, my woman got billions. He said, but I got multi-millions. It's nothing that her success is her. It's nothing. Her success is never my demise. He said, I've done what I've done for myself, and I'm proud of what I did for myself. He said, there's nothing another MF can say to me but to make me feel insecure or less proud about my woman being successful. Yeah, most men ain't gonna make $1 billion. So, but people be around. He said, I'm not a big fan of his music, but I'm sure Rihanna paid a grip to keep him from going to jail. Why did Rihanna have to pay for him? Why did you say she paid for him to get out of jail? Why would you say that? He said he's a multimillionaire. Why would she have to pay to get him out of jail? Paul, I'm glad you brought that up. Did she? I don't know. Paul, when you made that assumption, let me put it up. Let me put Paul up there on the screen. Let me get my thing right today. Hold up, y'all. Let me get my camera work. Let me get my camera right. Paul, talk to me. How you know she paid for it? How did you know? I'm not a big fan of his music, but I'm sure Rihanna paid a grip to keep him from going to jail. Why would you say that? Huh? I'm just asking. That is Moody. You know about it? Why would you think she paid for him? I'm just asking. Talk to me. Look at Paul. Man, Paul don't even want to talk now. Man, come on, man. King Stick. I was talking about. Hold up, I'm trying to. I'm trying to find out some information. I just sent it to my assistant right quick. Paul, who paid for it? Oh, you just joking. But you don't see him being a millionaire? Hmm. Hmm. Okay. You don't see him being a millionaire. Why? Huh. ASAP Rocky Mr. Hatter, ASAP Rocky paid his own legal bills, utilizing his own substantial net worth and earnings from his music and his fashion career to hire high-profile attorney Joe Tap. Oh yeah, he expensive. Joe Tacopina. There is no credible reports of record indicating that any outside beneficiaries or third party covered his legal fees. His net worth is to be around $20 million. But you don't see him as, huh, uh, huh, okay. You joking. Okay, okay. Y'all see how people joke about stuff? But see, when you put it on this screen, I got to make sure, I got to go look it up and have my people look it up right quick. You said, I don't see him being a multimillionaire. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Boy, what make, hey, y'all. What makes a person think another person is not a multimillionaire? Give me what's the characteristics of not being a multimillionaire? I'm just curious. I'm just curious. Some more things he said. He said, what sense does that make? What part of the game is that? You know where I am, bro. I'm proud of my woman, he said. She did that thing. That ain't got nothing to do with me. He said he lost a lot of friends when him and Rihanna became a couple because he was spending more time with his woman, and his friends got nervous because it was Rihanna. He said, I'm telling you, this is what I'm laughing about. He said, becoming a family man changed his relationship. So, yeah. Now don't go off of one source now. I don't know where you got your source from. I just my sister just sent me something like that. I don't know if he would, but I'm just saying. But he said he was a multimillionaire. He came out and said it himself. But you don't believe he won. But what would make you say you don't think he's won? That that that's the That's what I'm talking about. He said things were falling apart with his group, with a group of guys, when he became more focused on his relationship with his family. No, it ain't. No, it ain't that you didn't check. If it's something about him you just didn't feel he don't look like no multimillionaire. The man from Harlem, the man from the street, the man from the hood, the young man, man, they was talking about this couple. They go, Duke said they saw them at 4:00 in the morning in what's CVS, Walgreens, because they like to play with, they like toys. And they in there shooting the Nerf guns at each other. You know, him and her at 4:00 in the morning, just regular folk stuff. So I just stand corrected because I didn't think, maybe I was like Paul. Paul, I didn't think he was all that. When Five put it up on the screen, talking about he was world renowned, I said, man, you got to out your what your mind. But he's renowned, but maybe not world renowned. But he traveled. He went to jail in Sweden. The man was in Sweden in jail. I don't know what the hell he did over there. Then he came to America and went to jail. He been in jail in 2 countries. The little young cat. But he said, I'm a holler. But the only thing I don't like how he talked to women. Like a dude came in one day, he was somewhere, and the dude said, man, hey, Rihanna. And he said, man, don't be speaking in my bitch. Right there in front of her. And he done said it to me, you know, him and her, but they raunchy like that. But I guess if that's her love language, I don't know. I just, I got a daughter and sisters. I just, and this what I like about them. They can go all the way to Barbados, where she from, right? Right? I'm sitting there watching this, right? She all over there. And where's she at? Did I put Rihanna? Man, they in her hometown. And she getting loose like this. This is a billionaire, y'all. I'm with my man. I got my hair back. I'm drunk. My homegirl performing. I'm right next to her. I'm putting on a show. And that little dude, he don't listen. I'm studying him a little bit. He don't back down from what he is. I mean, it just seemed like Rihanna got this perfect life. Grew up on an island, became famous in her late teens, catapulted superstar status, became a trendsetter and style icon, started businesses that made her a billionaire, had 3 babies with her love, jet backs to Barbados all the time just to have fun. First time the boy got kicked, he come on the stage and grabbed her behind. I mean, he said, man, I'm a Harlem N-word. They like to go to the bodegas and walk around Harlem. They like that. They go camping. Y'all got to hear this story. You might see some of this in you in your relationship. They got this thing. They ride around. They like to go to the park and just eat and just play around. They ride around in an RV. Park it on the parking lot of Walmart. She get the grill out and get the grilling. I'm kind of liking these. I'm liking them. I'm sorry, all the world renowned stuff. Now he got a world renowned woman, but I'm kind of liking them. I'm kind of, y'all. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. I know y'all, but this lifestyle, just like we're in the barbershop. I just saw some. He got this thing coming out that he been interviewed by this dude, but he just, and he might be a rotten mouth. He might, I don't know, but I'm liking. He said, man, let my girl do what she want to do. That's Riri. Come on, move, boy, can you get it up? That was you were telling him. but it's is crazy, man. Where was I at? And first of all, y'all know I got to stop the presses. Poor example of the group we need to go to vote in November. Hold up, tell me what you mean a poor example. Come on, talk to me. I like that. Bob, I'm talking about your boy. Poor example of the group we need to get the vote. So we need that group to get the vote. Tell us what you mean. How you know they didn't vote? You need to go back to the show yesterday. So I don't even know what you mean. Poor example of the group we need to go vote in November. Who you talking about? You're saying Rihanna is with her husband, who she got 3 babies by, having fun in Barbados, driving over there on her private jet, and she's a poor example of a poor girl grow up and make good? I don't know what you're talking about. She can't have but 1 vote. Matter of fact, she can't even get the people in Barbados. That's where she's from to vote. What are you doing to go and get the vote out for November? Ricky Scott, what you doing? Before you can say anything about anybody else, what you doing? I love it. Hannah, do you like her over Sierra? Yeah. Sierra was different. Sierra was different. I got a chance to meet Sierra. I ain't never met her. Ricky Scott, help us out. I'll put you up on the screen for a reason. I'm going to put you up on the screen. Poor example of the group we need to go. A$AP Rocky and her, a husband and wife, they're a poor example. What the hell is you calling about a poor? I mean, tell me what you mean, poor example. Yo, come on, man. Talk back to me, man. Y'all talk to me. 5, I thank you, because if it wasn't for you, I probably wouldn't have never been thinking about this kid. But I had to not take it back, because you said world renowned. I don't think he's world renowned. I think he got a world renowned woman. I don't think he's world renowned, but he's renowned to me now. But I just still, y'all, will somebody find Ricky Scott for me? Because I want to know what he's talking about, man. I don't want to move from there, because it might be a moment that we can learn something from. Excuse me. I guess he don't want to talk. God, dog it. Damn, Ricky Scott, I needed you. Man. I can't remember one of Sierra's songs, but I remember, come on, little boy, can you get up? But I'm trying to, well, Ricky Scott, man, Ricky Scott, I ain't gonna get on you, man. I just want to know what you mean. Well, he don't want, I guess. Yeah, I done gave him how many minutes I done gave him? Okay. Maybe he typing. You want to call in, Ricky Scott? Because I want to know what you mean, Doc. Your comment is just important as everybody else's. But I'm gonna move on now. But Fob, I need you to help me. Fob. First, it was Obama. And now it's LeBron. This big, fat, sloppy-ass president that we got up there sure does have an obsession with successful, self-made black men. Now every day he talking about LeBron. and y'all, some of y'all, who was that asked me to, yeah, some partner of mine called me, talking about one of his black friends, talking about, man, do you really think Trump is racist? His policies is. And if you the leader of the policies, your discrimination against black tenants in New York. See, some people just don't know. And I was waiting on Ricky Scott. Ricky Scott, you ain't gonna never, Ricky Scott, we ain't gonna never know what you was trying to get out your mind when you said that statement. And I wish, I really hope. Go back and look at yesterday's show. We can tell you about the people getting out to vote. You said, dear black people with kids in special education, please stop. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Dear black parents with kids in special education, please stop agreeing to everything in these IEP meetings and please start reading them. If you don't understand, ask questions. What are IEP meetings? What are IP black parents with kids in special education? Please stop agreeing to everything in these IP meetings and start reading them. What you mean by reading them? If you don't understand, ask questions. He said, I'm saying they are the group of people that influence the young generation. Not necessarily. If ASAP Rocky tell I don't believe in having them people as I don't know. We need that group to be vocal. That need to get out and vote. They influence. What if nobody have influenced them to do that? Ricky, individual education. Okay, Ricky Scott. What if nobody has influenced them? Cause if I don't know nothing and I teach my kids everything I know, then both of us don't know nothing. How we know that ASAP Rocky we got somebody in his corner that done talked to him and educated him about voting? What if Rihanna, who's from Barbados, who probably I don't know, what if she don't have? So we put this responsibility on them because we shouldn't have them doing it for, we should be educating our own people in our own neighborhoods all over the country. So if we educating and we getting our kids registered to vote and understanding the vote, then we don't have to depend on, like Malcolm X, no celebrity, no somebody to speak for us. Puffy had vote or die, and then the next time you ain't hear from him no more. Now they done locked him up. So I don't understand what you're saying, brother. You know I want to, but we put too much on entertainers. Guess what? If you influence enough young people around in your field of influence and their parents to watch and support this show, they'll learn a whole lot about the voting process. You can't save the world, Ricky Scott, but you can save your community. Our problem is we waiting on Rihanna to do it. I'm not waiting on Rihanna to do it. I'm waiting on Robert Hatter to do it. I'm waiting on Ricky Scott to do it. I'm waiting. That show yesterday, you'll be shared to every young person you know. If you don't know no young people, find somebody who knows some young people. You understand me? That's not their responsibility unless, let's say, if ASAP Rocky was my son, maybe he'll do it. If Rihanna was my daughter, yes, I would have put that in her. But if nobody didn't put it in him, you can't expect somebody to come out of somebody what somebody ain't put in. You got me? But that was good, Rick. But that was good. That man said, yeah, Sierra ain't the same conversation. Yeah, I ain't gonna get into that. All I know Sierra for is dancing and married. Okay. Well, I knew her before Russell Wilson. Matter of fact, hold on. Have I got a picture? Hold on. Have I got something on there with her? What my bad? Wait a minute. What her name? Sierra. Hold on. I knew her before Russell Wilson. Let me see. I ain't got it on this. I probably ain't got it on this one. Yeah, I ain't got it on this one. I ain't got it on this computer. You know, I updated everything. Yeah. Hey, Sierra. Let me see. I probably said me and Cece. Where's that? Where we at? Where we at? Oh, I got it. I got it somewhere. But no, it's Fob said, man, you tripping. But no, I like that. But Rick, it's our responsibility, Rick. But I'm glad you said that though, Rick. I'm glad you said that. But we can't depend on them. We got to get to these people. They got to be educated first. It's voting. It's voting education. Watch this. This for Mega Evers. This for you, Ricky. This from Mega Evers. The guy who them white folks were so mad about it. The man in there who getting out of his driveway, and they shot him in his driveway, and his wife and kids was right there coming out the door. And they killed him. He said, first thing you got to do, you got to have voter education. Then you got to have voter registration. And then you had to get out to vote. So somebody have to teach A$AP Rocky about voter education. And then teach him how to get people out to voter registration. And then get people out to vote. Somebody had to do the same thing with Rihanna. You follow me? So when we just say these don't we quit trying to let these people, LeBron can't say the world. It's more us than it is of them. And they ain't influenced. Y'all think these people, if they said vote for so-and-so, everybody, it was celebrities come out saying vote for Kamala. And you still stayed at home. Beyonce came up there and shook a tail feather, and you still didn't go vote. Because you got to educate them first. And that's why go back yesterday, that's why every day, like my partner called me and said, man, I like how you tied that together. Dude, I don't be meaning to tie stuff together like this just happens. I'm just, but I love what you said, Rick. But Rick, your thing, Rick, what you need to do now, you need to start your little organization in where you live or where the people in your sphere of influence. Say, man, let's have to get these young folks out there. Shit, I can't tell A$AP Rocky and Rihanna to do something that I ain't doing. And the reason I can say it, Rick, because I'm doing it. You follow me? But I like that, Rick. I like that. I'm glad we talked about that. Because I would have never known. But Rick, you gave us an educational moment. I'm gonna skip that because I'm gonna skip. But you know, but I did on this day in 1976, and one day I'm gonna sit here and tell y'all some stuff. The NBA merged with the ABA, American Basketball Association. The merger saw 4 NBA teams join the now mainstream basketball league for the 1976 and 77 season. Boy. I was a little boy. Denver Nuggets, New York Nets, Denver, San Antonio, and Indiana Pacers. And I got a question too before we get off of that. Cause my partner, he said something, cause I said something about Rocky I like, and he tells his swag. Yeah, I like his swagger. And he talking about he got the same kind of swagger that Kanye West. Yo, dude, I ain't know Kanye West had no swagger. But I ain't never liked him. I don't know why I ain't liked him. I don't know. I ain't never. But he said he knew him for a long time, so I understood that. But I got another question for y'all. Rick, before we get the vote out, Rick, start your organization. Start you something. If you got some young, if you don't know what to do, email me, chopshophtx@gmail.com. If you don't know what to do, I'll get somebody to help you. See, I ain't finna just talk about it. I'm gonna be about it. If you don't want to know what to do, I'll get somebody to help you. See, if I can't, like somebody break in my house and my daughter the better shot, she get the gun. I ain't finna say, girl, give me the gun. I'm the man in this house. No. She the better shot. I'm trying to live, baby. Shoot that thing. I'm gonna go and get it for you. But I got a question. Because I don't know if y'all know, I feel a certain way about certain people because I know them. I met them, and I don't agree with everything they've done, absolutely. But when they were around me, they treated me like a boss, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, if Trump offers R. Kelly a pardon, but he got to sing at one of his MAGA events, if Kells get out of jail and show up for one of them shows for Trump, are y'all gonna still go to R. Kelly concerts? Will the black folks still go? If you see him singing I Can Believe I Can Fly at that raglass ballroom that Trump trying to build, would you show up? Somebody asked me that question, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna show up for Kells. I'm gonna go to his concert. I ain't going to that one. But I happened to meet him before. You know, he met my son before. I mean, it's once you get to know somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's just, it ain't that we're best friends, but I know him. We did business together. You know, my ex girlfriend was managed him, so I got to, see some stuff, and it was nothing like they painted, and so but if he did what he did, he was wrong. But I just wanted to know. Okay. I got another thing for her. I'm getting sick of this. Let me, I'm really getting sick of this right here.
So I'm gonna record this. So I'm sitting out here with the pool with my children. I'm the only black man out here. So the nice white people come out here and tell me if I don't show them my ID, I have to leave. But no one else has to show their ID. So now she's gonna call the police on me. And the police are gonna come in front of my children. And they smiling. Look at her smiling. They're smiling. She's smiling. But our residents here. You being recorded. I'll be here. When the police come, I'll be here. So now they're calling the police on me. Karen and her friend, she's smiling because they're going to call the police on me because I don't have an ID on me. Who takes an ID to the swimming pool? And not just that, nobody else has been asked to show their identifications. All right, let's see how this works out. This is crazy. Now my children are here. Jill. No, we can, just because we're black, we can sit it just like everybody else.
I'm getting so sick of this stuff, man. I'm getting so sick of this. Man, I'm serious. that kid gonna have trauma. Getting so sick of this shit. Before I get on with the show, I had to play that. I had to play that. Because it bothered me. It just bothered me. It really bothered me. And then, this some kind of pick me up. I took you down, but I got to take you back up. Because on April the 12th, 1999, and what would be his final major sit-down interview before he passed away, Wilt Chamberlain challenged how history labels players based on championships. See, I've been hearing about this GOAT stuff. I've been here. Y'all notice I never get into it. I never talk about it. Share the show. I never talk about it. But Wilt Chamberlain, let me let you hear from him. Y'all don't know Wilt Chamberlain, Google him. Wait a minute. I know I had it up here. No, I can't see like I used to now. I'm sorry. Hold up. Oh, here it is.
Sir, and because I go over this, I love numbers, and I go over. If you could give me 10 points in all those games, those 7th games that we played against the Boston Celtics, instead of Bill Russell having 11 rings, I would at least had 9 or 8. Just a matter of 10 points in all those 7 games. We lost more games by 1 point, by 2 points, by 1 point, by 2 points. I mean, some guy making, Nelson shoots a shot, hits the back of the rim, bounces up to the Big Dipper way up there, kisses the stars, and come back and goes in. Called for a goaltending by Mindy Rudolph, and in the corner on a shot that I go and take out of the air from Heinsohn. And don't ask me how I remember this. I've never forgotten it. You understand? I mean, it goes on and on and on about the games that we lost by 1 point.
Putting the ball on a play. I get it out deep, and Havlicek steals it. Over to Sam Jones. Havlicek stole the ball. It's all over. It's all over.
And so then now I use this scenario. I said, well, look, if Paxton hadn't made that 3-point shot for Chicago 4 or 5 or 6 years ago, that'd have been one less championship for Jordan. If Blair hadn't made the 3-point shot against, that'd have been one more less championship for Jordan. Does that make Jordan a different guy, a different player? Would he be any less as great as he is because he lost 2 or 3 games because somebody else made a miraculous shot? And I'm saying all this because you asked me what just view me as a loser versus other guys as winners because they won the gold ring more than I did.
Whoa! What do y'all think about that? I'm going to wait. I'm going to see how many responses I'm going to get from now. If Paxson or Kerr missed those shots, Jordans have fewer rings. If Ray Allen, if Tim Duncan don't kick that ball back out to Ray Allen, he hit it in the corner, LeBron wouldn't have that ring. I mean, for real. Because y'all the ring masters around here. I want to talk to my ring masters. Text, tag, tell somebody. I need to talk to my ring masters. Y'all talk to me. Talk to my ring. He ain't got no ring, right? He ain't got no ring. He ain't got no ring. He ain't got no ring. He ain't got your ring. If he ain't got no ring, he ain't got that thing. No. Why you say he correct? Tell me how y'all feel. And it's okay, you can explain, but Robert, I like championships. and I think Chris Broussard said it. He said, an NBA record book should be renamed the autobiography of Wilt Chamberlain. He was a 7-foot LeBron back in the 60s, but because the Celtics had a better team, and they, excuse me, y'all, there was no free agency back then, they all have the championships from that era. Are y'all following me? He ain't got no rings. Kenny Smith and Shaq be kidding Charles Barkley because he don't have a ring. But boy, that Barkley was a bad man. But he don't have no ring. Then I know some dudes just didn't sit on the bench, got a ring. Oh, y'all don't want to talk. Okay. Okay. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Maybe this will brighten you up. Maybe, yeah, y'all don't want to talk about it. Okay, I keep on going. I'm gonna keep on going. I'll be here all week. Fell in love. I saw something today. Saw something. Ladies and gentlemen, this 9-year-old Kobe Morgan had a full bag on display. They called it the Junk Food All-American. They called it Junk Food All-American Count. I don't believe in this, but they called him the #1 ranked third grader in the country. Plays for Kevin Durant's AAU team, Aaron Wilford. But somebody remind me, they said, Robert, when I used to go to AAU Nationals, and all of these dudes show and all of these dudes show up, some kids just have it early. He said when he saw Mike Conley at 10 years old, and he said Mike Conley at 10 years old was going to be a lottery pick. And he said, somebody been working with this kid. I'm watching this little boy. This little boy, the way he paced the game is just different. And I asked, how tall was Conley? Conley was normal size. His speed was track speed because his dad used to run track, but he was so skilled, Conley, with both hands. That's what helped Conley out when he was a youngster. You know, when parents get them dudes acclimated with both hands early. And but I had to show you that. Then they was telling me about the Olympic USA basketball, the projected 2018 is the starting five is somebody said this the starting five. Now, y'all talk to me. Kay Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Cooper Flagg, Jason Tatum, and Paolo Banchero. Huh? Man said probably belong in the 5th grade. Boy, you crazy. Y'all get them names? Starting five. Kay Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Cooper Flagg, Jason Tatum, Paolo Banchero. Man, Wimby gonna tear these dudes' head off, man. Ladies and gentlemen, Kay Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Cooper Flag, Jason Tatum, Paulo Banchero. Is Jason Tatum gonna, because he got mad because they didn't play him the last time. Is he? I don't know if he come back. Y'all, how y'all like that? How y'all like that? How you like that vibe? Should I call him out again? Anybody didn't get him? Anybody go back? Kay Cunningham. Oh, I think y'all have been behind me. Anthony Edwards, Cooper Flag. Hold on. Let me see. Can I put that on the screen? What? I think I got a text of it. No, I'm just asking y'all. If that team, will that team put some work in? No, I mean, if you want to have Bam start Bam. I'm just giving you something they had. This is not my team. This is not my team. Okay, you replace the 4-man, so you won't replace who? Who you gonna replace? Y'all, they don't talk about no 4. They just put 5 guys out there, man, in the Olympics. Luka gonna get 40 scored on him too, though, Eric. Bam got to be the key piece in that 28 games. What you mean? Bam got to be a key piece in that. The 28 game. Okay, my bad. Is Bam a key piece? Bam. Why didn't LeBron want to go play with Bam then? And Giannis. Bron want to go play with Jaylen Brown. I mean, in the Olympics, yo, where is our night guy? Who gonna be the shot maker? Okay, let me give you some guards off the bench. Okay, we got Jalen Bronson, Tyrese Halliburton, Devin Booker, Anthony. I said Anthony. Let's see. LeBron James might play. With his old ass, he might. Kevin and Matt Wright play. Chet Holmgren might play. Jalen Durham might play. Bam. Yo, we ain't got no nights. Maxie, okay. Maxie got to make the team. Max, okay. Max all right. Castle. Can't shoot. Yo. Jalen Brunson, the best shooter on him. Devin Booker, he too streaky. Okay, Max. Okay, yeah, I take Max. I need Max. I got to have Max. Man, that's gonna be a good tryout. That tryout, it's gonna be some heat up in there. But they asked me about it, man, and I said, okay, I'm gonna see what y'all saying. I'm gonna see. Hold up, y'all. You know nobody told me about Joe. Yo, do I have one woman on the feed today? Harper might be ready too. Man, I don't want no damn Tyler Hero on my team. Soft ass.
Yeah, so, woo. 713 call Joe. If you been injured, Joe Steven Law Firm. 713 call Joe. Car wreck, truck wreck, let Joe confirm. 713 call Joe. Need a pro on the K, let Joe take over.
What's up, Houston? This is attorney Joe Stevens. I'm a former Houston Rocket with over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry and a decade of experience in the courtroom. I know how insurance companies operate, and I know how to fight back.
713 call Joe. 713 call Joe.
Steph, I don't know if Steph gonna play again, man. Lori. Oh, hey, baby. Okay. I'm good. Lori, you didn't say nothing about the Olympic team. Man, let me put all this name. Laurie, you ain't said nothing. Laurie, who gonna be our shooters? We need someone who don't give a. Ain't that many? Don't give a. Ain't no Stephs no more. Now, if y'all put LeBron, if LeBron plays, Steph gonna play. So shit, LeBron older than Steph. Jaylen Brown might not want to play for USA. They might not want. They might, they been messing with him. AJ DeBanster. I like that. Darren Peterson. I invite all those youngsters to the camp. I invite all the young Cam, Caleb Wilson. I invite all of them to the camp. Man, this is gonna be a hell of a camp, man. Oh my God. See, y'all done got me excited now. Laurie. So we need Maxey. So Maxey is our shooter. Jalen Brunson is our streak shooter. Kevin Durant, he gonna play. That's our other shooter. He don't care how old he is. He gonna play. Will Peterson be ready? What that man say? Ready? What that man say Harlem Night? Is he gonna be ready? I'm gonna. Is Peterson gonna be ready? What? Peterson ready. Herbie Baker. Peterson ready right now. I'm talking about this 2028 basketball team, man. What's the USA basketball team, man? Got to deal with Wemby and Goldberg and the monsters over there. What's going to happen, man? I'm just throwing some stuff out there. Cade Cunningham, Anthony Edwards, Cooper Flagg, Jason Tatum, Paolo Banchero. That's a nice five. But can't nobody shoot. I'm talking about if Peterson gonna be ready. Harrison, had a question for you. Would you want to coach? Wait a minute. Would you want coaching if you don't like the current coach? Wait a minute. I don't understand. You messed up one time. I had a question for you. Who would you want coaching if you don't like the current coaches? I don't really care. I don't care who coaches teams. That's a good one, Aaron, but I don't know. Who's supposed to coach the summer team this year? They already named them. I forgot already. Who's supposed to coach the team? That's a good one. Caleb? No, Morans Johnson ain't finna pay. Let him. He's all right. I don't know about Jackson Lenneberg. I don't think Jackson Lenneberg from here though. I think he's from somewhere else. He might go play with them. I think his mama from somewhere else. Let me see. Oh, Dustin May coaching? Hey, Dustin May. He said, I sent an accident video to Joe, and he sent me a wow. Herb Baker. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I tell y'all to mess with Joe. I didn't even. You see that? Oh, from Puerto Rico? Oh, well, he can play for the United States then. Okay, my bad. Oh, Eric, thank you, Herb. Let me put that on the big screen, Herb. I didn't know that. I like that, Herb. That's the kind of stuff make my day right there. This how we do it on this show right here. This how we do it on Chop Shop. Thanks, Herb, man, for that information, man. Wow, I love feedback like that. Hold up, man. Hold on. Let me play that thing one more time.
Yeah, so, woo. 713 call Joe. If you been injured, Joe Steven Law Firm. Woo. 713 call Joe. Car wreck, truck wreck, let Joe confirm. 713 call Joe. Need a pro on the K, let Joe take over.
What's up, Houston? This is Attorney Joe Stevens. I'm a former Houston Rocket with over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry and a decade of experience in the courtroom. I know how insurance companies operate, and I know how to fight back.
713 call Joe. 713 call Joe.
Hey, man, that's the kind of see Herb. See that Herb, you done made my day. That man said, "Play it again." Hold up, Ricky Scott, you can't hold up. I play it again now. Don't think I won't play it again.
Yeah, 713 call Joe. If you been injured, Joe Stevens law firm. 713 call Joe. Car wreck, truck wreck, let Joe confirm. 713 call Joe. Need a pro on the K, let Joe take over.
What's up, Houston? This is Attorney Joe Stevens. I'm a former Houston Rocket with over 20 years of experience in the insurance industry and a decade of experience in the courtroom. I know how insurance companies operate, and I know how to fight back.
713 call Joe. 713 call Joe.
Wow, man, she's a cool lady. I like her, man. Thank her. Is she all right? Make sure you, yeah, I want to make sure she all right. Glad you told me that, Herb. Wow. I didn't know. Joe ain't told me nothing about that. He ain't told me that. He ain't told me that. I'm just, y'all got to go on the strength. Why y'all think I love, let me tell you something. That's why I love Anthony Lawrence collection, because they gonna take care of you. When I talk about people on this show, they gonna take care of you. Because everybody else who be trying to come, no, man, I don't want that. I don't want that. Because I don't want to do all that stopping and doing everything. Because, y'all, I limit. I'm like the masters. I limit the commercials so we can have continuous talk. But let me keep going. Y'all, you know, I'm watching some stuff. Some people sent me some stuff. Y'all, did y'all know this? Sam, yeah. I'm gonna call him. Okay. Hey, let me tell you something. Rice University announced a major expansion of its Rice Investment Finance program on Monday, extending free tuition to students from family earning up to $200,000. Now, if you're over $200,000, you got to pay. Starting with students entering the fall of 2027. So y'all got time. Y'all young fellas, get your grades up. Young ladies, get your grades up. If you're we ain't finna have no excuses. I'm gonna talk about this every day. The expanded program will provide free tuition to students from family earning between $100,000 and $200,000 annually. Students from families earning less than $100,000 will receive a full coverage of tuition, mandatory fees, room and board, and Rice said it will continue to meet 100% of demonstrated financial need for all families without requiring students to take out student loans. Student loans is killing us, y'all. I'm finna hit y'all with something in a minute. Man, if I would have had me a police scanner listening to for accidentation, but the university said it's changed. It said the change is designed, watch this, to open the door to more talented students, giving families clear information about college costs and help graduates pursue goals without student debt. Y'all, anybody heard about this? You heard about it on the Chop Shop. This is a defining moment for Rice University. Y'all, they used to didn't want us on their campus if you look like us. And for the future of higher education, these smart kids that just ain't got enough money to get in Rice. President Reginald DeRoches, that black brother, he said The expansion reflects the generosity of their alumni and supporters and will allow more students to access what he called life-changing opportunities of a Rice education. Rice investment began in 2000, since leading free tuition initiative. Since then, Rice said it has provided more than $1 billion in financial aid, a 75% increase compared with the 7-year program before the 7-year program was launched. Panther Network. Rice said accessibility and affordability can be central in its mission since its founding. The university remained tuition-free for more than its first 50 years. And leaders said the expanded program carries that commitment forward. The announcement comes during a period of growth at Rice since 2020. The Rice University has increased its undergraduate population by about 25% and expanded its faculty by about 20%, maintaining a 6-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. And its residential college system, oh my God. As Rice grows 6-to-1, as Rice grows, accessibility and excellence must grow together. Provost Amy Ditmar said, she said, the university expanding opportunities for more students while investing in facility and faculty, research, and student support. Yeah, you right. This deserves a hand clap. You sure, boy, watch this. You sure right. Let me just do it right now. Did anybody else know about this? Other than Trey Phillips? Now we got to share. See, where my man at? Ricky Scott. We didn't need ASAP Rocky. We didn't need Rihanna to come down here and do this. We did this on this platform right here. And guess what? That right there gonna help change somebody's life. That's gonna be the conversation piece, should be your conversation piece today, wherever you go. Unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, I sit back and look at this stuff. I sit back and watching this stuff, just thinking about Rihanna, And I said yesterday, I was saying to myself that it's just nice to see after all of the time, her success, she can go right back to her home in Barbados and be whoever she wants to be. I can't literally see that happening for her in the U.S. That must made her really feel good. That's why she liked the bodegas and hanging out in Harlem. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all got to hear me. Nobody talks about the wide gap between white-funded institutions at HBCUs. While Joe Biden was in office, when Joe Biden was in office, he brought 16 states under review and investigation trying to figure out why these black colleges were underfunded in comparison to the PWIs. Black people have always done more when we're given less. Belinda, people wasn't eating hog maws and chitlins until we came up, till we made it taste good. We figured out how to make $1 out of 15 cents. And that's why I always speak, and I want our young people to speak, because our voice is a revolutionary act of defiance. That's why I love Adam Clayton Powell. My partner called me back yesterday and said, man, Hatter, how you tied that? Who we got like that now? Nobody. But when we finish, if it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't be on here and I wouldn't be able to get these people this information. So that's how important you are. I'm gonna let you know I appreciate everybody who dial and come onto this show. Don't ever think I appreciate it. Because if you wasn't here, I wouldn't be here. I'll go on by my business. But our voice is Kevin Keebedy is a revolutionary act of defiance. They don't want you to lift your voice. And the reason why it is they don't want you to lift your voice is because they know that your voice booms and it carries. They know that your voice will, in fact, break crystal chandeliers because it's such a high pitch demanding liberty and justice for all. Baby. That's how my boy Adam Clayton's Paul used to. Did I ever tell y'all this story? And I'm gonna get back to it. I ever tell y'all this story? He have a phone at his house. It's Congress, he have a phone. His phone was at church. Because when he home, he like to sleep and spend time with family. So when it's important, the president called. Lyndon Baines Johnson, LBJ, he called. So they sent little boy preacher, little Al Sharpton, about 11, 12 years old. Al Sharpton was a little boy preacher around there, y'all. He been a preacher for a long time. Little boy preacher. They called him the little boy preacher. He used to go over there and knock on the door. Mr. Powell. President wants you on the phone. He said, tell him I'll call him back later. Tell him Big Daddy's resting right now. He run back to the church, tell him he'll call him back later. They say he get up to church about 4 o'clock. Lyndon, baby, what can I do for you? He that kind of dude, man. He that, y'all, I'm just telling y'all, man. Y'all don't understand. I had goosebumps when I finally went up to see him. When I finally went not to see him. When I finally went up to Abyssinia Church, and then I went to his building, and me and my son, I got my son with me. I got this generation, this energy. I wanted him to. He felt it with me. He said, Dad. You really, and he said, Dad, this dude, it was one of the greatest moments I spent with my son. It was just cool, man. Sometimes sometimes it's just, people just, you just experience stuff with people. I'm looking for some, and I'll get it later. Probably. Hold on. Let me just put this in here right quick. And then I'm gonna finish with this. But that voice, that high pitch, if you were not trying, I was thinking about it. If they're not trying to snatch your throat out so you can't speak, then why are you redrawing the lines? In Tennessee? Somebody said one of the fired black WMEK finally lands a job. Okay, I got you. If they are not trying to strip your vote out, I don't know if y'all saw this on the news, where a white Republican woman is trying to make it illegal for there to even be a congressional black caucus, who I mentioned yesterday, saying that there should be no caucus that is race-based. But lady, if there was equality, it wouldn't be necessary. Lady, when Adam Clayton Powell got to Congress, He couldn't even use the congressional facilities, the barbershop, the restaurant, or nothing. He couldn't do it because he was black. I just don't understand some of these people. But ladies and gentlemen, the reason I was so excited about what the Rice thing was, do y'all know that the student loan debt in America is higher than this credit card debt? We're going to go broke trying to get better. Robert, you just said something. You might have to say that again, Robert. You just said something because they're going to miss that one because I didn't put no emphasis on it. I should have put emphasis on that. We're going to go broke trying to get better. Forget what is it that you heard. When black people came out of slavery, and I'm not throwing shade on no other community. I'm not spitting on no other community. But when we found freedom, we didn't establish no casinos. When we found freedom, we didn't just open up a bunch of juke joints and nightclubs. Y'all know what we did? We opened up 112 historically black colleges and universities because we knew a mind was a terrible thing to waste. And these people died literally trying to make sure that our children had a better way of life. Everybody who had the privilege of going on an HBCU campus and getting an education from them. Y'all, that's why I fight for them. That's why I talk about them. I was talking about them before I ever called a game at TSU. Before I ever even thought about it. I was talking about HBCUs. I was talking about HBCUs when Howard got one of those top players and everybody talking about, well, he ain't gonna do that. But I'm gonna always, because I understand this history. We all got to be equipped with AI. It's the wave of the future. We got to be equipped with coding. Ladies and gentlemen, it's wins. It's Women Rock wins. Belinda, Lori, who else on there? Kessa. Did y'all know in Japan, they released last week that you can pre-order a humanoid robot for companionship and loneliness? They already programming, they already programmed to do household chores. And we around here swiping up on Instagram and swiping up on all this swiping. We on social media. And at Arizona State, the very first college, I told y'all about this yesterday in America, where you can get a degree in being an influencer. I told it to you yesterday, but it was so nice I had to tell it to you twice. On being an influencer, you can get a degree. You can get an advanced selfie degree. Y'all had to pause sometimes. Because I have to go back and listen to what I just said. And I hope it's going through your mind too. Somebody called me, studying this African American history stuff. And he was talking about why 1964 was called Bloody Sunday. We don't hear much about it. But in 1964 it began to be known as Bloody Sunday. Excuse me, Bloody Summer. Not Bloody Sunday, summer. Bloody Summer. Somebody said, Robert, why you say that? 29 shootings, black people. 50 bombings, black people. 60 beatings, black people. And 50 black churches set on fire. In one summer. And you're not gonna believe this, not gonna believe me, predominantly in Mississippi, where Nolan Wells just got killed. It is interesting to note that 3 students found themselves on the battering ram edge of murder. Cheney, Swerner, Goodman. This happened in 1964, and nothing happened. Hold up, y'all. And in 1967, the sheriff is held accountable. Not just the sheriff, but he was the grand wizard of the Ku Klux Klan. It took 41 years before it even got there. Those who were held and those who were charged because the state of Mississippi refused to be compliant. And the feds had to come in. But now the feds work with Donald Trump. And after the murder of these 3 innocent college students, would you believe nobody spent more than 6 years in jail? What's that, Annalise Keaton? How to Get Away with Murder? Eric Harrison, you don't think it's strange? Belinda, you don't think it's odd? Kevin KBD, you don't think it's peculiar that immediately they rushed to say it was an accident with Nolan Wells before we had an autopsy? Before there could be a declaration on what was the reason for death? And I just be thinking, I'm telling y'all, y'all don't understand. I told y'all I be thinking about random thoughts. Y'all, when I was coming up, y'all gonna be laughing at me. But y'all know who I used to love? Y'all know who I used to love? Popeye. Loved him. Popeye. I know y'all think I flipped on you, but I'm gonna flip right back on you. One of my favorite cartoons with Popeye. But I was thinking about how Brutus, some people call him Bluto, it was Brutus with us, was beating the snot out of Popeye's nose. But somehow, he got his hand on a can of spinach and would squeeze it to the top open, and then he eat it. And for years, your granny lied to you. My granny lied to me. Nana lied to us. I hate to even say that. But I never paid attention. If in fact spinach is where he got his strength from, then how did he open the damn can with one hand before he even ate the spinach? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling y'all a story. We got more strength than we recognize. We ain't helpless. The late Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson said we never lost a fight that we showed up to. The problem is we're not showing up for the fight. You got to be present. Anything that in this community that we fight, we got to be present. Anything that we in this thing we want to done, where my man Ricky Scott, we got to be present. Or else we're gonna look back at that bloody summer of 1964? But it's gonna be the bloody summer of 1926. I mean, this is something about this. In Mississippi, they did not just take away his throat, Nolan Wells. The autopsy said they removed his stomach. So we couldn't see what he consumed. You know, when they sent it, when Colin Kaepernick sent it to the other, these Mississippi, they took it. We don't know what he ate. We don't know what he drank. My people, listen to me. They trying to take away your appetite. They don't want you to hunger and thirst for righteousness no more. I don't want to hear another person discredit Ben Crump. I don't want you to talk about his talking. I don't want who has been in these trenches, who has been in these fights, who has rolled up his sleeves. All y'all got something to say about it. Now I'm getting back to education. One of the Ivy League type institution of the HBCUs, Howard University. HU, ain't that what they say? HU. Anybody from on Howard? Anybody know somebody from Howard? Howard? We talking about Howard. You probably don't know that HBCUs nationally, and this is recorded by the Department of Education, that HBCUs nationally are underfunded by $12 billion. $12 billion. And yes, I am aware, and it's unfortunate, about the 500 students who will unenroll from Howard University 30 days out. But what nobody is talking about is that on June the 8th, all incoming freshmen received a notification informing them of their payment arrangements. They had to make a payment by July the 10th of 50%. Once it is that they did that, beginning on July the 15th, they could set up a payment plan. So by July the 10th, 50% had to be paid of the tuition was due. By July the 15th, after that, they could set up a payment plan. and these for those who were not on scholarship. So when people, I had to call up there and get that information because people would just, go in here, Robert HBCUs. Then, Thaddeus Moody sent me this, talking about it was huge for Maryland. What Thaddeus Moody, what you sent me, Thad? Let me see what you sent me. You said, Robert, hold up. This is what I love when y'all send me information. What Thad Moody said. He said, Hatter, you have said we must do it and stop worrying about what they doing. When the man can call me back, that man said, lagging for real. What do you mean something lagging? It just might be yours. Is anybody lagging? I don't know what he talking about. I don't know what the hell he talking about. Lagging for real. But I was thinking about it. Thaddeus Moody sent me. He said, so I said, so this is what he sent me. He said, this is huge for Maryland Democrats are done playing defense. Governor Westmore is putting them on offense. Governor Westmore's legislation to draw Maryland's congressional map into an 8-0 Democratic map has officially passed, delivering one of the biggest political victories of the year. After years of watching Republicans regressively redraw congressional districts across the country to maximize their own power, Maryland's Democrats have decided they're no longer going to fight with one hand tied behind their damn back. They're going to fight. This is exactly how fighting back looked like. Thank you, Thaddeus Moody, for sending me that. No, you didn't say that, Thad. Okay. That's just Paul Miranda. Paul Miranda, get you some new equipment over there, man. For too long, Democrats have watched Republicans, legislators in states like Texas, here, Florida, and elsewhere just redraw districts in Tennessee to protect their own incumbents and to strengthen Donald Trump's grip on Congress. While Republicans have treated redistricting as a political weapon. So many Democrats have hesitated to respond with the same level of urgency. That era appears to be over. Maryland is sending a clear message. If Republicans are going to manipulate congressional maps to gain power, Democrats are going to use every legal tool available to compete. Elections are not winning majorities that can actually govern, protect democracy, defend voters' rights, safeguard reproductive freedom, lower costs for working families, and stand up to Trump's increasingly extreme agenda. The stakes could not be higher. Control the House of Representatives will shape the future of this country. Y'all, every seat, all 435 seats of the House of Representatives are up in November. Every seat matters. Every district matters. Every opportunity to stop Trump's agendas matter. Are y'all like this high-ass gas? Do y'all like them where you can come out of the grocery store with 2 bags and pay the $200? Republicans will undoubtedly complain, but many of the largest silent while the GOP controls states aggressively pursuing maps designed to maximize their power, Republican power. Democrats are simply refusing to unilaterally disarm anymore. About time somebody, cause some folks voted for Westmore. If they didn't vote for him, if we had a voted for that girl down there, Stephanie Abrams in Atlanta, man, beat her by a few votes. Boy, I got to talk to y'all. Ricky Scott, you done got me on one. Man, they went in. But that's what's happening. Shout out to Rice again. I'm glad we got that. And you know, y'all know it's football season, and y'all know who my youngin' is in the football realm. Y'all know I followed him for Jackson State. Y'all, I followed him in high school. He went to Jackson State. Some people on this show were saying, well, he must not be that good, Robert. He go to Jackson State. I said, okay. He went to Jackson State. It's okay. But ladies and gentlemen, somebody, these Cleveland Browns reporters, and I hate, that's what I love about Shador. They ask him about the competition between him and Deshaun Watson. And he says, I ain't competing against Deshaun. Deshaun ain't competing against me. I'm competing against myself. Deshaun is competing against himself. Dylan Gabriel is competing against himself. We each trying to make us better ourselves so we can make the team better. So one of these an anonymous source said, a GM gonna tell him, I sleep like a baby if I got to play him every week. A defensive coordinator to Shador Sanders about him. And they put it out. The Shador Sanders is ranked number 35, and Deshaun Watson is ranked number 31 of quarterbacks. Shit, it ain't but 32 teams. They're doing this fake anonymous bull crap again to smear black athletes they don't like. Jaylen Brown, Shador. This anonymous source could be made up too. It could just be made up, but they print it. Then this is what they print. Shador was one of 37 quarterbacks to start at least, watch this, 27 games last season. And he ranked last among them. In EPA per pass play, right behind McCartney and Ward. He's inaccurate. This is what they saying. At all three levels, the executive said, I can't tell you if he's going to get better, but this is a huge gap between him and a competent quarterback. That man said he going to see Shador August the 15th. Damn, wait a minute. That's next week. That's next week. Wait a minute, is that the first game? I don't know if he's going to start in that game. He's supposed to start, I think Deshaun started the first game. He started the second one. And then whoever started the third one is going to be the quarterback. That's what I heard. It's kind of stupid, but, you know, it is what it is. Where was that, y'all? It was something. You know, Women Walk Wednesday, I like to give y'all something. Let me see what I got pinned. I might have pinned it. Dang. Oh, okay. Y'all ought to see One of these days, I'm gonna do something. You know, I think I told you boy, that's a great story. Golly, y'all ain't ready for that one. Yeah, ain't ready. I can't give y'all that one. Oh, I can't give you that one. I want to give it to you so bad. But I yesterday was people keep telling me about yesterday and how I tied that man in, Mr. Powell. Ladies and gentlemen, I just ain't never seen nothing like it, man. And I don't want us to ever. I just wish I would have known a man like that existed. When I was a young boy growing up. I'm serious. I wished I had grew up. I wish I grew up knowing it was a guy like this. You remember Head Start? Remember Head Start when kids used to go to school? He pushed that through. And guess what? All of that went away with Project 2022. How many young people got blessed by Head Start? And all of the programs that Adam Clayton Powell, who was inside of the House, represented. So you need somebody inside the house, outside the house. It's a strategy. Just thinking. Y'all, this voting stuff, hey, black is beautiful, baby. That's how I used to talk. Man, y'all got to look up some of the bit. Black is beautiful, baby. Born on November 29th. Got this book called The King of the Cats. King of the Cats. And one thing I like about this book, besides it being a biography of one of the greatest men in the last century, it was the title, King of the Cats, because it so aptly describes Adam Clayton Powell. He was so smooth. When he get to Washington, have his crew with him, and telling them folks, look here, y'all tell the rest of them folks, they're big daddies. I got a surprise for y'all tomorrow. It's a big bad N-word is in this city now. See there? Did anybody know that Adam Clayton Powell, the one pushed that through? He was smooth, he was cool, he was good looking, he was smart. He was a complete package. And I'm talking to my next generation. Parents, boom, boom, room, I know y'all, but some young kid gonna be looking at this one day. He has the complete package that spoke eloquently for the black people and the poor in his country. A lot of books about him are out of print. People said how his life was a waste. That damn New York Times. The Upward Bound program was federally funded program that reaches the toughest neighborhoods and offers scholarships to kids. And you get to go to prep school, to college, during your 10th, 11th, 12th year. Adam Clayton Powell. To take added courses that would prep you to get ready for college. And one of the principal sponsors of the Upward Bound program was Adam Clayton Powell Jr., not senior, that's the daddy. Let me tell you about the arc of his life. I got 3 minutes. Born in New York. Father was a famous pastor at Abyssinia Baptist Church. That's the church I told you me and my son went to. And I'm going to just call him Adam Clayton Powell. I was going to call him APC. He went to a good high school, and then he went to Colgate. At Colgate, there were 4 blacks on the campus. 2 of the blacks were looking for the 4th black. 2 of the blacks were looking for... Y'all, let me tell you what he was doing up there, y'all. He a bad man. They couldn't find him. One of them, a gentleman named, I think, Daniel Crosby, went into Harlem and found out that Adam Clayton Powell Sr., the famous Harlem minister, had a son who went to Colgate. He knows him up. They just know. Daniel Crosby ran back to college at Colgate, the campus, and said, guess what? Adam Clayton Powell Jr. is passing because he's light-skinned, right? Because he wanted to get in the white frat. He was white-skinned. He was walking around the campus and telling people he was white, but he was really black. See, I ain't told you that story. Daniel Crosby and the 2 other blacks confronted Powell and told him, I'm ashamed of you. And then they exposed him and they put him out the frat. But it's almost unthinkable for us to experience another Adam Clayton Powell. In 1956, he supported Eisenhower. Eisenhower was a Republican. And the fellow Democrats got mad at him. And they challenged him and went after him. He supported Eisenhower and got other Democrats to run against him in Harlem and try to beat him. And Powell's thinking was, my party is, y'all got to hear these words, is dominated by Dixiecrats, by Southern Democrats. And what are they going to do to help me and my people out? See, y'all, that's how people got this stuff backwards. Come on, the Democrats and the Republicans. He said, not a thing. He said, when Eisenhower sent those troops into Little Rock in 1957, after much pressure, Adam Clayton Powell had a moment to say, I told you so. But I got a minute and a half. What he did to them is hardly thinkable now, that someone with Powell's seniority in 1956 would break the ranks of his party. But he saw how the wind was shifting. When Kennedy was elected, he got back into the camp because you got them old redneck ass people out of leadership in the Democratic Party. He didn't want to be around a part of that. It was an amazing gamble on his part. Everybody ain't gonna give you that information, man. I had to dig that up myself. But he was the king of cats. He was the king of cats. But that's all for the day, y'all. I have to give y'all a little stuff like that because when I learn it, I have to share it. Because I hope some young dude to say, who is that dude? Who is that? Because we need another him. We need 1,000 of him right now. No, we need 50 of him. We can get something done. But I'm out of here. I'll see y'all later. It's Women Rock Wednesday. All the ladies love you. See you on tomorrow. I got a special guest tomorrow. He just texted me. Let me see. Is he gonna be able to? He said I will speak with new mothers to see. And hold on. Okay. All right. Mike, because he might be in a meeting tomorrow. He just texted me. But I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'm out.